Kal halayim la Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Waha, Raha, Kwadash. All praises and glory go to you, Lord. Double honors and respect go to our apostles, bishops, elders, and teachers, the men of Great Millstone. To you I say shalom, salutations to the hopeful elect. It's your brother Amraya. And things are heating up here in America, Babylon the Great. All right. The men of the Lord have already been out here warning you that race wars, civil war, world war was on the table, coming down the pipeline like a fastball. The New World Order is being unrolled as we speak. The MOT to the B, which is the micro CHIP, is coming down the pipeline like a fastball. And you don't have much time to prepare for these things. Speaking specifically to the race wars that are coming, I have a couple snippets lined up for you that I've recovered from a couple brothers' channels to kind of give you an idea of what atmosphere we're in here in America, Babylon the Great. But before we do, we always filter through the scriptures. This is Matthew chapter 24. And as you can see, the title says Signs of Hamashiach's Return. Right. Now, I'm going to begin at verse 3. It says, "And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, he being Yahweh Shai, whom you ignorantly call Jesus. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?" All right. So what indicators are pointing out the end of this age? Okay. Verse 4, "And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." And we're seeing this as we speak. All right. Every day a new skirmish is breaking off on all different fronts in the world. Things are constantly escalating. This is why you're on alert that we're closer to World War III than we ever have been before. All right. Verse 6, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, see that you be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation." Now, I have this pulled up in the blue letter because I wanted to show you the definition of nation, all right, which is ethnos.
Strong's G 1484, ethnos, ethnos.
Right. And the definition is tribe, all right? A foreign, one, by implication, Gentile, heathen, nation, people, all right? In other words, race, ethnicity, all right? So this word ethnos goes before ethnicity, and this is what is being prophesied here in this scripture, verse 7. "For ethnicity shall rise against ethnicity, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places." And you just had an earthquake on the border between New Mexico and Texas just yesterday, okay? It goes on to say, all these are the beginning of sorrows, right? All these are the beginning of sorrows. We're right on the doorstep of Jacob's trouble. And as these snippets I'm about to play for you point out, the atmosphere is clearly being set here. One more before we grab the snippets. I'll begin Jeremiah 30:4. It says, "And these are the words that Yahweh spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah, the northern and southern kingdoms of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and North American Indians. For thus saith Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace." Right. The peace is gone. It's out the window. Now it's time for chaos. All right. Now it's time for blood in the streets. And it's coming down the pipeline like a fastball. Verse 6, "Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child, wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Moreover, the elect of the nation of Israel shall be saved out of it. Let's take a look at the snippet.
There is this black guy out there who has made an issue out of nothing so big he's making a tissue look like sandpaper. Put a video out, essentially threatening white people, saying that he's going to take us out, acting like he's still living in slave times. I just have to ask, just so we can get this out of the way, the amount that some black people talk about slave times, it almost makes me think that y'all miss it, you know? Like you want to go back in time. Like if you have a really bad traumatic thing happen in your life, are you talking about it every second you get? Or are you just trying to leave it in the past? Like, oh, hey, if your wife cheats on you, are you sitting there telling everybody about it? Or are you just like, okay, well, she's an idiot, I left, and we're moving on? Simple. Now, look, I get it. We all have our moments where we get sensitive. Catch me in traffic, especially when I'm towing a trailer and somebody's tailing me. There are not too many things in life that makes me want to fight more than that. But of course, you've got to be able to tone that shit down and just say, okay, if I have to slam on my brakes, this guy's getting a cross member right in his forehead because he's driving a Honda Civic. So why don't we listen to this guy just sit there?
One way black people achieve true liberation, that's by taking it in blood. There has to be blood all over the floor. There has to be bodies on the floor. There has to be people screaming and crying. That is the reality. And this is what history shows me. No amount of begging, no amount of complaining, no amount of protesting, nada is going to get you your liberation until you take it with blood. You see? So this is why I sit back and I don't play along with any of these black people talking about it's a spiritual war, this, that, because when those cops are going into our neighborhoods and shooting our babies, that's a physical thing, right? Address the physical. You see, this is why I say don't hit my phone until y'all ready to do what y'all know we got to do. When y'all ready to go outside and hunt them white boys, hunt them cops, go to that white boy's neighborhood and fuck it up. When y'all ready to do what y'all know we got to do, hit me. But until then, I'm not playing around with y'all because it's all of these excuses for why we don't want to do it. I'm going to sit back and do my thing. When y'all ready to go outside and take blood, hit me anytime. But you see, a lot of us are not ready to do that. But I'm trying to tell y'all, there is no freedom. There is no liberation for our people.
All right, so let's just walk through this ironclad logic, if we can. But you view white people's existence as just a threat to you. So then you go and you threaten to hunt them. So if we can we just run through this real quick, how this would go? So these are rough numbers, but black people make up about 12.1% of America. Hispanic or Latino, this is probably very wrong because this was back in 2020. Now this is probably around 20%, but they make up 18%, and white people are 57%. So you want to go to war with us, or you want to hunt us down, or you want to just find us on the street and kill us, make us bleed, make people cry, that type of thing. All right. You understand that there are more than 4 times the amount of people that we can be like, okay, we're going to war. How do you think that's going to go? Let's take it a step further there, Mr. Waterworks. You said a very key word in there, and you said hunt. How many black people do you know that actually go and hunt? Enjoy hunting. You know how many I know? Zero. I have never ever heard a black person say, you know what, I'm going out hog hunting today. I'm going to go get a white-tailed deer. I'm going to go shoot an axis. I'm going to go turkey hunting. Never. Now, on the other hand, white people, even Mexican people, all the fucking time. I got a deer feeder on my property. I got a turkey feeder. I will shoot the fuck out of a hog if I ever see one out here. I fish 4 times a week. And I'm pretty much participating in every season out there as far as hunting goes. So, once again, I'm just kind of double checking the logic here. You want to hunt us, but y'all don't legitimately hunt. And we have learned to track, have learned to sneak up on a white-tailed deer, which is not easy. How to blend in with our environment. How to sit in a tree stand for half the day, not make a sound. With the lip of Copenhagen and possibly a 6-pack of something. How do you think that's gonna go? That's like a dude saying he thinks he's okay at golf. Going to the Masters and be like, dude, I'm gonna kick Tiger Woods' ass today. I love the confidence, but you don't have the experience to back it up. So what's the takeaway in all this? To this guy, I don't know if he's ever gonna see it. Fuck your feelings, dude. That's gonna be the new motto of this show. Oh, you're upset? because of something that happened I don't know how many years ago and you can't get over it, or you just naturally are simply racist against white people, we don't give a fuck. We don't care. We have more people than you guys. We are far more armed than you guys. Yes, for the most part, we are much more civilized. So if that's what you guys want to do, we don't want that. We're not wishing for that, but we're going to defend ourselves, and it's not going to be fun. For you or for any of you guys over there who think that all of your problems are because of white people.
All right. Now that we've heard Esau Edom's take on this escalating situation of a race war in America, Babylon the Great, I'm going to show a response from Jake. Kind of indicates to me that he's 2/3 because he's thinking along the same wavelength as Esau Edom, wanting to get carnal. All right. And let us not forget, Esau Edom was blessed with the carnal blessing of the sword. All right. That is his blessing. The weapons of all sorts. Okay. So we are not to engage in warfare with them on this side. All right. Yahushua have not given the authorization to go at their necks. All right. So we must continue to be spiritual in nature. All right. And while Esau Edom and 2/3 go at each other's necks, we are to remain neutral because this is not our continuing city. We're not fighting for a piece of the pie here. All right. All the pie is going to be set ablaze. All right. We're fighting to get the hell up out of here, Jake. All right. And that being said, I wanted to say this before we play the next snippet of Jake's response. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 3. It says, "For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh." Right. "For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, like Esau Edom." All right. We were not blessed with the sword. It goes on to say, "But mighty through Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High, Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach." All right. Now, Yahushai already said if this were his kingdom, his soldiers would fight. Until he takes over, this is not his kingdom. There's no reason for us Israelites to be fighting for any piece of this pie here. All right. Again, it is going to be set ablaze. So stay out of it, Jake. All right. Stay out of what is coming. All right. And the only ones that are in danger are those of you who are disobedient to the word of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, who are unfaithful. Either way, I have another snippet I'm going to play for you. Let's see Jake's response, and then we'll come back with some more scriptures to end it out.
Do not let Trump white folk. In law enforcement, it don't matter what job you hold. I don't care where you live in this United States. Do not let Trump get you sent to the morgue. Do you understand? We are not threatening anyone. I am telling you, this is not something you want. The suspension of habeas corpus. First of all, the erasing of the bad cops database federally, where it cleared all cops of all wrongdoing. They cleared their record out so they can work and do whatever they want to do. The DEI initiative, erasing all of that. The mass deportation. Listen to me. I need you not to let this fool gas you up to the point to where you're going to act how you feel. You're going to act out how you feel. White folks, don't be baited. Don't be fucking stupid, okay? There going to be a lot of you that get on this video and going to take what I said out of context, which is fine. This is what you do. I won't be baited by any of you. If you continue to fuck with us, If you continue to fuck with us, i.e. the unprovoked attacks, the unprovoked aggression, the unprovoked murders, the unprovoked every fucking thing, you will be without sanctuary. Family, I'm going to tell you this again. Stay dangerous. Stay strapped up. Stay strapped. When I tell you, I don't care if you're a felon, your life means more than your status legally. Your life means more. And just because you are a felon does not mean that they have the right to take your life. Your life means something to someone. If not you, someone else that loves you. We'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. You understand? And I said this once before in the video, months ago. I'm not going to anyone's jail for nothing. No one's locking me up. No one's going to jump out on me in unmarked vehicles, plain clothes, and tell me to come and make me come with them. It ain't going to fucking happen. It ain't going to fucking happen. So I'm going to say again to you, leave us the fuck alone. Leave us the fuck alone. When you open Pandora's box, and what comes out will be a black fucking swarm. When we get this thing collectively, you will be without sanctuary. We are not outnumbered. We never have been. That's why you created laws to kill us. That's why you created the nigger hunting license. I remember it. Where you can hunt niggers from January 1st to December 31st with or without dogs, day or night. But you were only allowed a tag for 30 niggas at a time every year. They had a hunting season on our people because we outbred them. We always outnumbered them, my people. We're not the 13% that they keep pushing since I was a fucking baby. We are way more than that now. White folks die faster than they reproduce. It's known. We have always outnumbered them. I believe they're the 13% here in this nation, period. They're just more solidified than we are. So whatever your religion is, Christian, Muslim, it don't matter. Put it to the side. Because nobody's going to stop a bullet from coming at you. Allah's not going to stop it. Jesus ain't going to stop it. Buddha ain't going to stop it. I've never seen a deity stop bullets from raining down on our people. Never. Put your trust in God, whatever you want to put your trust in, but put your trust in yourself and your ability to use your weapons of mass destruction, because really that's really what you need in nowadays. Everybody's strapped up nowadays. Everybody's strapped up nowadays, y'all. Lord have mercy, Jesus. If y'all don't understand and see the setup out here, how it's being set up. See the writing on the walls. Wake the fuck up. Do you understand? Wake the fuck up and see the world for what the fuck it's become. Stay fucking dangerous. I don't want to see another fucking headline and there not be anyone else die with you. Another black man, another black woman, another black child has been murdered and the motherfucker got away with it. I don't even care if he's black. If he's black, he needs to be done. And he's causing harm to our people, he need to go. Just like the hateful white ones. Period. So you can't sit here and tell me I'm racist, because I'm laying this plain and flat out, even towards the ones of our people, our color. And we're no longer people of color. We're black folk, y'all. Melanated, whatever you want to call us, indigenous, it don't fucking matter. So don't get on this post talking about don't call yourself black. Fuck all that. Fuck all that. They've broken every fucking treaty. They've broken every fucking treaty. Have you not noticed that shit yet? With the indigenous, with the melanated, with the Moors, they've broken every fucking treaty. Even the ones they made with themselves. So it don't matter what you call yourself. Do you understand? As long as you look like this, You're a target. Keep your head on the swivel, black folk, black women as well. Keep your head on the swivel.
All right. Now that you've heard 2/3 point of view on it, the representation for the black people, and I ain't black, all right? Majority of us Israelites, we already understand that we're not black. We're not void of light, all right? So let the black people hash it out, all right? So-called Negroes, all right? From the tribe of Judah or from the kingdom of Judah, all right? Because they come in different variations from Levi, Benjamin, and Judah, all right? But as far as I'm concerned, this is just setting up the stage for the final event that leads us into civil war, race war, world war. And the conditions are already being set for the end as far as the MOT to the B, which is the micro C hip. So we just got to sit back and watch the fireworks. Again, this is not our rest. This is not our continuing city. So there's no reason to be fighting for any of this bullshit. As far as Judah, the representation, the so-called black man, they will be a terror onto Egypt, all right? Spiritual Egypt, America, Babylon the Great. And this is also prophesied here in Isaiah chapter 19. I'll begin at verse 14. It says, Yahweh have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Right. Spiritual Egypt, America, Babylon the Great is incompetent at this point. All right. Everything's out of order. A house divided, it is. All right. And a house divided cannot stand. Verse 15, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, America, Babylon the Great, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. This is happening as we speak. The grinding is coming to a halt. Jobs are laying off like hotcakes right now. Verse 16, in that day shall Egypt be like unto a woman, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of Yahweh of hosts, and hosts means armies, which he shall shake over it. And the land of Judah, and let's not forget, Judah is a people before it is a place, shall be a terror unto Egypt. Everyone that make mention thereof shall be afraid in himself because of the counsel of Yahweh of hosts, which he have determined against it. Right. So you are, in fact, living in the last seconds of the latter days. Shit is about to get real, all right? Race wars, civil war, world war, famines, pestilences, plague, all right? Men not having any pity on their neighbor. The times are here. So you got to prepare, all right? As far as you hopeful elect, the Heavenly Father did not give you license to do after the heathen. So you must continue to be spiritual in nature and let the Lord fight on your behalf. We're going to end out in, let me see, Romans, I'm sure, chapter 12. And I'll begin at verse 17. It says, recompense to no man evil for evil. Prove things honest in the sight of all men. If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. Right. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith Yahweh. All right. Vengeance is Yahweh's, man. All right. It's not up to you to be your own vigilante. All right. So don't take the advice of 2/3 of Jake, the black man, and get your ass caught up in the judgment of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Because again, vengeance is his. As it clearly stated right here in verse 19, dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith Yahweh. Right. We can find the same sentiment, and we're going to end out here as, what is it, Zephaniah? And verse 7 is where I begin, Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 7. I said, surely thou wilt fear me, thou wilt receive instruction, so their dwelling should not be cut off. Howsoever I punished them, but they rose early and corrupted all their doings. Right. 2/3 will not take instruction. As it says in Deuteronomy 9:24, ye have been rebellious against Yahweh since the day that he knew you. Verse 8, therefore wait ye upon me, saith Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey. Why? Because vengeance is mine, saith Yahweh. All right, verse 8 again. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, indignation meaning his righteous anger, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Right. All right. So vengeance is Yahweh's. And we're going to wait on Yahweh to rise up against our enemies. We're not going to take the law into our own hands. All right. Those of us who are of the hopeful elect. But again, this is just pointing the atmosphere that we are in here in the last seconds of the latter days in America, Babylon the Great. All right. Stay prayed up, Akim and Akwath. Till the next time, Shalom.